If you're having trouble losing weight, maybe you've been eating less, you've been cutting back on the food portions, you've been staying away from the carbs, staying away from the snacking. Hey, maybe you've even went to the extent of going long hours without eating, whether that is skipping breakfast or not eating past a certain time at night. You saw a ton of progress right from the start. You lost like 10, 15 to 20 pounds within your first couple of weeks. But then as the weeks went on, you noticed that, hey, that progress kind of stalled out. And even with you staying disciplined and locked in, you notice that it has gotten increasingly more difficult to create even more progress. That used to be me for years. Every single time I started a diet, I would lose like 10 to 20 pounds in just a few weeks. I'd be super motivated and super happy with the progress. But then when things got more difficult, I got more hungry, I had more cravings, energy was low. And especially when that number on the scale wasn't moving, it felt like I was putting in all this work, busting my ass day in and day out to not see any fruits on my labor. I would have a little slip up, I would lose motivation, and then I'd end up gaining all that weight back just as fast. Just have to repeat that cycle over and over and over again every single time I started a diet. In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how I broke free of that cycle and how I've been able to completely transform my body forever. No, this isn't just luck or magic. This is exactly how we helped Dante break free once and for all. He's been on the bigger side for a majority of his adulthood. Every single time he started a diet, he would lose 10, 20, 30, even up to 50 pounds at one point. But then he'd always find himself gaining all that weight back just as quickly. Until it didn't work anymore. Even with my client Chris, when he first came to me, he was eating around 1500 calories, he cut out all carbs, he was skateboarding 3 hours every single day. But then he didn't see any progress when it came to his fat loss journey. Even with Emmanuel, he would just cut out all of his carbs and only eat 1 meal per day. Yes, that helped him lose a lot of weight right from the start. But after a week or two, he would always find himself regaining all that weight back just as quickly. In this video, let's help you break free. No, I'm not gonna just tell you to be in a calorie deficit or just do more cardio or just work out more. That is some cookie cutter chat GBT nonsense right there. I'm here to give you action steps. No gatekeeping, no gimmicks, because when you finish watching this video, I want you to be clear on exactly what your next moves are. No matter where you are on your fat loss journey, whether you're just starting out or maybe you've been dabbling into different diets and have been trying to lose this weight for some time now, there are only 3 reasons why you're not making progress. First things first is consistency. No shit, right? This is an obvious one, but I want you to take a second to step back and zoom out for a second. In a 365-day calendar, how many days are you actually on point with your diet and your workouts? Be honest here. Let's say on average, you're usually on point from Monday through Thursday. But then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually that's the time of the week where you got family time, you got events to go to, you got social gatherings. To do some quick math right here. I know I'm Asian, but I'm not that good at math. Give me 1 second. If you're on track Monday through Thursday, that means you're only on track 57% of the time. That is technically below a failing grade. Now, I don't expect to be 100% perfect. Ain't no one perfect. I'm not even perfect myself. A rule of thumb that I have with my clients is, if you're on point 80 to 85% of the time, that is 292 days out of the 365-day calendar. Technically, you got 70 days to just fuck off and not do anything. And you'll see far more progress than you could even imagine. The second reason why you're not making progress is you're not tracking any data. Just like your budget, let's say you're trying to save $1,000 this month. You can say that you're budgeting, you're saving money, but if you have no idea how much money is actually coming into your account and how much money is leaving your account, how are you gonna guarantee that you're gonna save those $1,000? The same goes with your diet. You can be eating healthy, you can be eating less, but technically you can still be eating more calories than your maintenance calories. No offense, but there are a lot of overweight vegans out there, which means you can still gain weight eating salads and healthy foods. What doesn't get measured doesn't get improved. And the third reason why you're not making progress is you didn't have a foundation to start. One of my favorite analogies for this is building a house. If you want your house to stand tall and last for a really, really, really long time, probably a really good idea to spend a lot of that time laying a strong foundation. The same goes with your diet and your workouts. If you've never been to the gym more than 3 times a week, how do you expect yourself to go 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week consistently? If you've never gotten yourself to eat meal prep before, how do you expect to eat that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days out of the week? If you've been eating carbs your entire life, just like me, being an Asian, eating rice and noodles every single day up to this point in my life, how do you expect yourself to just cut out carbs completely from your diet? Mind you, things only get more difficult as you get deeper into your fat loss journey. You're only gonna get more hungry, you're only gonna have more cravings, and you're gonna have less energy. So what should I do from here? Literally what we have each and every single one of our clients do when they first join our program is we spend the first couple of weeks laying a strong foundation. You might ask, what does that look like? That is eating a consistent amount with their diet. Usually that is at maintenance calories. That is making it to the gym consistently, whether that is 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times a week, depending on what their schedule looks like. That is tracking their data, their calories, their body weight, their step count. This way they've built a strong foundation when it comes to consistency. And they don't have to rely on discipline and willpower to go ahead and force themselves to eat healthy, to go ahead and make it to the gym, to eat meal prep, or even cut back on the carbs. But yo, Dan, I'm trying to lose weight here. Why are you telling me to eat at maintenance calories? Aren't you supposed to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight? Absolutely. But here's the thing. If you can't even eat your maintenance calories consistently, what makes you think that you're gonna be able to eat in your calorie deficit consistently when you're hungry, when your cravings are through the roof, and you're feeling tired and lethargic all the time? Imagine how much more consistent you would be if you had a strong foundation right from the start. You already had consistent habits. You're already used to eating healthy. You're already used to making it to the gym. 90% of our clients end up losing their first 10 to 15 pounds within their first 8 to 12 weeks without even being in a calorie deficit, just by building a consistent routine and making better choices. Now, what does this look like for you? Depending on where you're at when it comes to your journey as well as your habits, let's go ahead and pick 3 habits to build a strong foundation off of for the next 2 to 3 weeks. For your diets, maybe that is eating a consistent calorie amount. Maybe that is at your maintenance. Maybe that is at your calorie deficit. If that's a little too difficult, hey, maybe pick a protein go. Maybe that is eating 30 to 50 grams more protein every single day. Maybe you've been missing workouts. You want to go 3 to 4 times per week, but you've only been making it 1 to 2 times. Hey, let's make it a goal of making it at least 3 times per week for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe that is going on a 20 to 30 minute jog 3 times per week, or walking 10K steps every single day. You can even set a habit with your sleep. Hey, maybe let's get an extra 30 minutes of sleep every single day for the next few weeks. For the next 2 to 3 weeks, make those your daily non-negotiables. No matter what, you're gonna get those tasks done. And by doing so, you're gonna have an actual baseline and starting point when it comes to your consistency. You're gonna have data tracked when it comes to your calories, when it comes to your workouts, when it comes to your cardio, or even your sleep. And most importantly, you're gonna have a strong foundation to build off of. After those 2 to 3 weeks, hey, we can make adjustments. Whether that is dropping your calories, whether that is increasing your workouts, maybe that is even increasing your cardio. I know this might sound super simple. It's like, no shit, like, just do the thing. Like, why we gotta talk about this? Here's the thing, my friend. Progress in your journey does not mean that you get to skip the fundamentals. LeBron James, at his level, he doesn't even need to show up to practice if he doesn't want to. But he's the first one at the arena every single day for a reason, because he knows that progress in your journey means, yo, you're always doing the basics and the fundamentals. In fact, you're always finding ways to do them even better. Go ahead and comment your daily non-negotiables down in the comment section below. This way we can hold you accountable. If you need more accountability, yo, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook, shoot me a message, tag me on your stories, because we in this together. I hope that this video helped. I hope it gave you clarity on what your next moves are, and go make it happen, because all of this information without implementation is just nonsense at the end of the day.